guys, and welcome to the Women's Cave. Hey, you're supposed to
cave. There you go.
There we go.
I'm trying to remember. But you see, what happened? I have this bulb and I have this jacket, and I feel like an anchor woman. Yeah.
Yes.
Your local news.
Yeah. No, you're not like that at all.
No,
you're not like that at all. I would have commentary, but it's not cool, so I'm just gonna let that go.
Do you know that there's another name for a bulb? Like a bulb means something else, and only certain people are in the know. I'm sorry, you've not introduced me. I'm jumping the queue now. Sorry.
Well, listen.
Apparently we have a guest today.
Yeah, she's wonderful, and she's gonna tell us about a bulb. And it's
no. The bulb is not safe for children. It's not safe for work. NSFW. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully it's a London thing, so that like when I go over there in July, I can finally ask you in person.
Yes.
I'm gonna remember to ask in person. By the way, you look adorable.
I can put the definition out there. It's battery operated.
Okay, so we are the anti-fart ladies. Well, 2 of the 11, of course, and
oh my God, my head.
The
co-authors, co-founders, and co-hosts of this wonderful show, co-authors of this wonderful book.
And I thought divorce was bad, and I thought being grown up was easy, and I thought I could juggle it all. But look out, you guys! Second edition is coming out, and maybe our wonderful guest will be on it, so that's exciting. And I did my journey alone, and I thought I had it all figured out. And when that happens, that's when life falls apart.
And we soon will be having a workbook to go with all four. So if you read the book and go, oh, they touched my heart, or they changed my life, there's something in them. Now, and you want to know how
you write the review on Amazon.
Yeah, after you write the review on Amazon. You can go through these 4 books, actually these 5 books, and use the workbook and figure out how you can change your life as a person. And to be, as we would call in our new merchandising store, an And I Thought lady.
Absolutely. And yes, we do have a new merchandising store, you guys. And yes, there is a cup that says, I survived the $20 party, which is saying something. Because if you ever read And I Thought Being Grown Up Was Easy, and the recipe for the $20 party, yeah, that's...
You're going to need that.
You survived. You survived.
Also, it has a lovely little flask on there. And I thought, it says at the top, and it has a martini glass with a martini in it, and it says being grown up was easy. I believe that is the recipe to being grown up. And we are now going to properly introduce our guest.
Yeah, our guest is going to properly introduce herself.
Okay. Hello, I'm Segilola Salami. I'm not really good at introducing myself. I'm a mom, and so you can always hear my little human in the background. I am a big advocate of not hiding children. So everywhere I go on my podcast, and anyone who's interested in talking to me, you will always hear. I do not believe children should only be seen and not be heard. You will always hear my little child in the background. You know, I'm showing her work ethics. So yeah, so that's that. And then I do podcasts. I'm an author. What else do I do? I'm not really good.
Everything, because you're a mom, and their moms, they do a little bit of everything. Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
And she has a lovely blog as well, so you should actually sign up for that. Yeah, here I am going blog. Including my
wait, you can find our book on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com. And I'm Jay too, so that's exciting. And this is Winona.
So this look is just out the window.
Okay. Great. And then you can also find them on
AndWeThought.com.
Go under the shop section, and you can go to our shop also, which is we're excited for it.
All right, Segilola, back to you.
I'm sorry.
Studio in London. Segilola, it's more about you. How do you find time to balance it all?
Time is a luxury that I do not have. It's like this. It's like time is this thing that is supposed to be at the end of somewhere, and it's unreachable. It's like a mirage. It's I don't know. Time is a goddess, seriously. Out of my reach. So whilst I am hoping to get time at some point, maybe kill a virgin, kill 10 cows, and give all these sacrifices to get time, I just get on with stuff.
Okay,
I love
so
your
I really like that, and if that if that shows up on some merchandise of ours, just know you said it first in our show, and please don't.
I already see it. It has a clock, and it's like Tom, the goddess we all can't touch.
Yeah. I'm like, so we try to touch it, and then I just get on with things. I just get it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. I love your adjectives, by the way that you did that entire. I'm sorry, I'm in a literary class right now, so I'm like, every time someone speaks, I'm like, wow, I love that metaphor. I
It's
apologize.
the hair, you guys, because she was trying to be serious today. She was like, I'm gonna have this bob.
Yeah, without the necklace, without the
hair
pearls,
bob.
without the pearls, it's just, it's not complete. It's not.
It's not.
It's not. But someone told me it makes you look like a Stepford wife. So
Oh, yes.
I
You're on
was
the right path. You're on the right path, yes.
So I was like, maybe I should try to look more professional. But I'm missing I keep reaching up here. And I'm like,
Your neck feels naked, right?
yes. By the way, I'm shopping for your pearls.
Okay, thank you. Now,
I
which one
promise.
are you going to, what are you going to get me? Fresh water pearls, or are you going to get me the fake one? Like, please tell me it's going to be original. And look at me, I'm being an over twist, right? But I've got to make sure it's the original one. I don't want the fake one. Like, one of those really nice, good, all the ones that they have grown in Japan. Those ones. Am I being greedy?
Ooh, you're touching my heart here because I love my old vintage pearls. I will bring you a pair for sure. I'm bringing the fake ones to the little human. Do you mind?
Okay, fake is good for the little human.
Okay.
As long as she doesn't swallow them, we're gonna be fine.
Oh yeah. Oh God, I didn't even think about that.
Okay, so let's be professional because we're here to have questions.
So I was saying about your metaphor before, like, do you think that the way you talk actually ends up in your writing? Because I've read a few of your books actually. The children books, yeah, maybe not the metaphor doesn't end up there, but the paranormal books, when you went through and you were doing beta reading, I read some of those, and you have strong metaphors. So do you think
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. You see, I
It's
didn't
written down. You didn't see it?
No, I don't think about it.
It's just the way she talks, and I guess that's the way it runs in your head, huh?
Yeah.
I kind of saw like the, I don't know, I call it the shadow.
I don't think it was the paranormal one. It was like the one. It was like a Facebook or something.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I thought it was. But anyway, moving on. Apparently, you don't think about it, so never mind. My question is moot. Jade? Well, as you said that you're a mom and you're always having your little human around, do you think that you're molding her to be in the next generation of writers?
I think so. This is my okay, so like in Nigeria, right? So I'm Nigerian, I'm Yoruba, hence my books, have, or Yoruba origin, right? There is a lot of praise, right? So there's this thing called an oriki, which is basically praise poetry. So Yetunde, an ode to my mother, is basically a mother's oriki, right? So oriki is, praise poetry. And when you see an oriki, so there's lots of different things that they have orikis for. There's oriki for food. You praise everything. You praise the earth. You praise, you praise everything. You even praise food. There's different, each family, you've got your different orikis there, right? And when you're putting your oriki, and with Yoruba, names are powerful, so when you give a child a name, there's some powerful message, behind it, right? And so when I was growing up, in my family oriki, which I'm ashamed to say this, I don't even know how to recite it, and there's only my mom in my family, and she's late now, but even my dad doesn't even know his family oriki, right? Anywho, so as part of my family's oriki, right, my mom would say that, I am the daughter of a tiger, right? So now, so basically that means I am capable of achieving anything that I want to do, right? I am fearless. I am, so I've grown up and I'm a tiger now. And I think just growing up and always being told by my mother, you are the daughter of a tiger, right? Oh my, and it's like, it just, she praises you even when and it then sort of, so I'm digressing too much. So basically, right, I am not restricting my daughter. So if I'm a tigress, she's the daughter of a tigress. she is capable of anything she wants to achieve. What I am showing her is that a formal education is not the only path to success. I am hoping that by exposing her to all the different things that I'm doing, she will get inspiration that she should not be restricted to just one thing. You don't have to have one career. You don't have to have one source of income. You don't have to be just one thing. So by showing her, maybe she would learn something from you. Maybe she will learn something from somebody else and think, oh, you know what? I can do that. Or I can do this. And when I was growing up, guidance counselors, they only have, and especially from a Nigerian point of view, there are always specific things that they would want you to do. You have to be a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer. Those are the things that everybody aspires to be, right? They never aspire for you to be more than those things. So I'm hoping that I'm exposing her to loads of different things that would make her imagine what I possibly might not even imagine, because I'm not her, to be the best version that she can be. So if literature is always going to be there, because only an idiot would not read a book. So books will always be in her life. And
once you said that, I just thought about the statistic I just learned, that most Americans don't finish one book a year.
But you got guys Americans, and you know what the world thinks about Americans.
Yeah.
So you can't really blame.
You were saying something else.
Idiot doesn't read a book.
You were picking up from that point?
No, because seriously, you have to read, because there's this thing that I heard a long time ago, right? If you don't learn from the mistakes of the past, you're bound to make the same mistakes moving forward. So the only way you're bound to not make the mistakes of the past, seeing as you're not in the past, is to read about it.
Right. True.
If you don't know where you're coming from, you can't know where you're going to. So a child needs to read about where her parents are coming from to know where he or she is going to in the future. So reading is not negotiable.
Right. It's totally fundamental. And as I have stated on many people's podcasts, and I've said it here also, that yes, I went to good schools. I didn't go to private schools, but I went to decent, good public schools. I lived in a nice area. I went to a good public school, but I didn't know everything that the people from private school knew, but it was in a book. So I could definitely pick that book up and read it. And they knew. Maybe I didn't understand it as clearly as they did, but I knew it.
Exactly.
Libraries are free, and so are books if you get them from the library. So,
yeah. Of course, now if you just want to, throw money around, the books here normally cost $3 for a hardback and $1 for a paperback. And yes, the library should probably do something about that commercial I just did for them. Anyway. Wow, I just want to say that is an interesting thing.
And this is why she's speaking on the Inspirational Women in Literature Conference, because it's inspired women.
I was thinking the same thing.
That's on March 18th, you guys. Just need to plug that out there.
You were plugging a lot today.
Yes, she is. I thought today was supposed to be all about me.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I'm so sorry. I just needed to say that because I knew we were going to forget.
Yeah.
But it's all about me. You can do that in other people's time.
Oh, okay. Dang.
I feel some kind of way. I'm sorry.
For all of you who know sign language, you know what just happened, right? Okay.
But I really appreciate how you said that reading is non-negotiable. Oh, you are raising a child right now, and you are like, well, I kind of don't for it to read. I want it to come naturally. What would your advice be for that?
Sorry, 1 second. So
no problem.
She's
a little human.
Yes. What is it? She keeps calling my name. She always goes, I swear I need a mummy jar, right? I need a jar where I get pounds. Every time she calls my name, pound needs to go into my. It's like, I need a mummy jar. What is it, darling? Okay, come. Do you want me to show off your new hairstyle? Because we did new hairstyle.
Hi, little human. And it's very nice.
Did you do it?
I did it.
Can you do mine? Like right now, like virtually.
Can you see we've done new hairstyle now?
Yes, no. When I come over, I will have my natural hair ready to go.
Okay.
Braid that back, because I'm gonna go straight from England to Barcelona again. I want to be on the beach, like, yeah, whatevs.
Oh, cool.
I'm going swimming.
Right.
Right. So, what was your question?
So, to the parents out there that have a hard time to get their children to read, how would you suggest that they do it?
Okay, so at the moment, my little human, she's only 2, right? And we've not started reading. I mean, a lot of people do have started reading, but we're not doing that. We're doing more activities type stuff, and we do a lot of nursery rhymes. But I know that as she gets bigger and she's able to sit down, stuff, I will just, so because we've got loads of books, and when she was younger, it was the most amazing thing for her to rip it. She loved the sound of books tearing. Right? So I've not really bought any more books for her. But I know there have been times when, we've got papers and we're doing stuff and we just start talking about it and we make stuff up. So it's all about, each child is unique. And you need to be able, only you as the parent will know what the uniqueness about your child is, and to find a way to appeal to your child. So if they like something, then you need to get, your child something. So little human, she at the moment is interested in monster trucks, and I am so pleased, and I'm actively encouraging it, because I don't believe in any gender toys or any of those stupidities like that. So she's interested in monster trucks and airplanes. So let's say she was 5, for instance, now, right? I would possibly, I don't know, I can't draw to save my life, but one of the ways I would start off is we will start doing some drawing of monster trucks and make up our own stories.
Oh, well, that's a good.
See, that is something that I would start off, because we'll just be like, "Oh, look at the monster truck. What color is it? Let us paint it, and then we will make our own stories." Right? Because I'm working with my child to what is interesting to her, because we start to draw and do stuff like that. Then when we're getting used to the whole making up stories and stuff, we'll be like, you know what? Let's go to the library. Okay? Don't waste money. Times are hard. The economy is hard. Don't be wasting money like that. Yeah. And we will go to the library and we will go and ask the librarian, "Do you have any books on monster trucks?" And we'll be like, "Okay, let's go and see what monster truck books is." It's like, "Oh my God, what type of monster truck is this? Woo, check out those rims. You check out those rims." And so for me, it's all about you going and doing what is unique and that would motivate your child. But if you just get a book and if you start to get something that she or he is not interested in, you're going to really struggle. Right. So it's about working towards what is in the best interest for your child, what would motivate your child, what would inspire your child, and doing it in a way that he or she would relate to, and working to his strengths, and not the things. Don't focus on the things that the child cannot do, but the things that the child can do. So even if that child can't draw, you can do this. Like, "Oh well, let's try this," and it's just, you just make it fun. It's, everyone is happy. It's all rainbows. So yeah.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, this is the most serious I've ever seen you.
All right.
Inspirational. It's like I'm a little concerned. I'm like, what, is that her?
It is her. It is her. And I thank you for joining us today. I know that you are in the middle of doing everything because you're a mom, and that's what they always do. I don't know. I'm not a mom, but all my friends that are moms are always in the middle of doing everything.
Yeah, there's never time. And I say to people, look, as long as you're happy with me being distracted, it'll be fine. But if you want me to give you 100% of my undivided attention, you're delusional, right? Because that is never good. I don't even get 100% of my attention to myself, let alone give it to someone else. So, yes.
I do have one question, though. So when you end up on Good Morning Britain or something like that, how are you taking her with you?
Oh, they better be, what's it called? They better be accepted. If not, then they can give me like, yeah, whatever. I don't care.
Okay. Hey, she's gonna sit in the back, and she's gonna have a wait. How did they say a biscuit? Right? Because that's
Is it a biscuit?
That's English, right? That's we would call it cookie here in America, and I think you guys call it biscuits.
Yes,
some biscuits and some tea, and she'll be fine.
There is so much wrong with that, but I'm not going to talk about what's wrong with English verbiage today. So we may be dumb, but I mean, I think our verbiage is a bit more interesting. Anyway, moving on.
You see my serious look, right? This is my serious look.
I don't know. Every person from the UK that comes on the show, and I say that to, they look at me like, "So you want it to die today?" No, not really.
Well, I was trying to get the correct word. That's all I was trying to do because I was like, wait, it's cookie here, but it's not cookie there. So let me think about
Because cookies and biscuits are different.
Oh, they are. Okay, so I'm American. Hello?
Well, how are they different?
They're just different. I don't eat biscuits or cookies anyway, but I just know they're different.
Okay, so like the biscuits would be like scones then?
No, scones are different. Scones are scones.
Okay, never mind. I'm just confused. Google that after. You guys don't fact check me because I don't know. Let me Google it and I'll work it out.
No, scones are scones. Scones are totally different. But then apparently, yes, I don't know. Seriously, it's like, I don't know. Everything has to be different with America. But scones are scones. Biscuits are biscuits. Cookies are cookies. All different things. Different
So
names.
when she got on Good Morning Britain, they would give her a biscuit, scone, whatever it is that the little human wants to eat, and then that's how she'll go on. Bam.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not scones. I would like a croissant actually, or a bagel.
Oh. See, now my breakfast isn't even.
Now I'm thinking about the restaurant down the street. Thinking,
croissant.
Well, thank you for that.
It's not as good as the ones in Paris, which always makes me mad because, like, I bite into it and I'll be like, "This is not a Parisian croissant."
Well, you see, funny thing, I've only ever been to Paris once in my life, and I don't like the French croissant. I find it to be very heavy, whereas the English one is light and fluffy and just melts in your mouth, and it just, oh, yes.
Well, that's very fantastic. Where can where can people find you?
Okay, take a moment, just take a moment.
I'm good. I'm remembering what you said before, that, you know, if it love London and what's in London, so yeah. Wait till I'm in person to discuss that one too.
You're gonna have a list in July. I will discuss.
Yeah, no, I actually have a list. Like, there's different people on my list now, and I'm like, and I have at least 4 or 5 things for each person that I'm like, I have.
Okay.
Anyway, where can people find you, Segilola?
Right. Okay. So I know that my name is probably not the easiest, but then it's like, you know what? If you can remember complex Asian names, you can downright remember a Nigerian name. So, so it's segilolasalami.co.uk. So SEGILOLA, then SALAMI.co.uk, and I'm there. And on Facebook, it's at Segilola Salami. On Twitter is at EIA21. But if you just go to my website, everything is there. Well, if in doubt, it's just SEGILOLASALAMI.
Okay.
Yeah. You didn't know you were gonna have a spelling test this morning with just your name on it, right?
Yeah. But thank you for coming on for your part 2 of your
interview.
Yes.
And before we leave, what else is coming up for you so that people will know?
So I have this written down. I have this written down somewhere that this year, right? And I don't even know how I'm going to do it, but I had it written down somewhere that this year I'm going to try and write 5 books. I'm deluding myself. What is it? Come. I'm deluding myself. I don't think that's going to happen unless I find a way to create magic. I was planning that I was going to write 1 Yetunde book and 1 Abiku book. You know, so those were the 2 things that were on my, you know, as far as fiction was concerned. And then if I'm lucky, I might have the time to do some more. But, you know, February is almost over and I haven't even sat down to put pen to paper. So who knows? Maybe March I will start doing some more writing. What else? You know, so there's still my podcast, there's still my blogging. I don't know. It's like maybe there might be a few surprises.
Because you know she doesn't have the time, so she's gonna get on with it.
Yes, I would just get on with stuff, and then when it happens, you just see it. It's happened because, you know, the time goddess is far away from me. She just doesn't want to come into my home. So.
Well, thank you for joining us today. We are the And I Thought Ladies. I am Jade.
And I'm Winona.
And you guys, we just want you to have a good week, a couple of days, whatever it is, until we see you again. But just remember that wisdom is all around you if
you're open to finding it and accepting it. By the way, you guys, I nailed this one
You
because I'm
Yeah.
professionally dressed.
Yeah.
So peace and love.
From
Thank you.
And we'll know now. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.